Okay, so what is going on, everybody? Tonight we are looking at Hyliion stock again. It has actually been a while since we looked at it last, simply for the fact it wasn't really doing anything, but now we have had some important, well, kind of important information, and the stock has actually kind of stopped going down as well. It does look like we have gone down on the Friday. We'll talk about that in a minute, but this could potentially be a great time to grab a bargain if the price does continue to go back up. So that's what we're going to be talking about in tonight's episode, so I hope you're going to enjoy it. I think you will, so if you will, please do leave a like and subscribe. Like I just said, I would massively appreciate it if you could just like the video and subscribe. It's completely free and it takes none of your time. That's all I ask for this video, is completely free, other than the fact that you could like and subscribe. So yeah, of course, if you want to share with your friends and family, that would also be appreciated. Just help get the video to as many people as possible. And of course, if you want to come and join the Discord, feel free to do that too. Link is in the description. It's an online community about stocks. And of course, like I just said, it's completely free to join and it's a very welcoming environment. I'm sure you're going to love it over there. Feel free to come and join. Right then, so let's have a quick look at Hyliion stock. Cue the flashy intro before we do. Okay, so I've just realised it would actually be really bad if one day I forgot to edit in that intro. It would look kind of awkward, and one day I will probably end up doing that. So if I do end up doing that, please do forgive me. But yeah, we're going to have a quick look starting off on the 1 day with Hyliion. So when we started off, we were on $23.26, and then we ended up the day on about $22.46. So when we look at the movement in that, that's about a $1 move exactly according to Google. This is a minus 4% move as well. When we're looking at that from a percentage point. And when we're looking out to the 5 day, we are slightly in the red, honestly. We started off the week on about 23.50 exactly, to be honest. And then when we finished off the week, we were on 22.33. So that was obviously a $1.17 loss, and that's a 4.98% loss as well. So when we look out to the 1 month, we are still red on the 1 month, only just so. It looks like we were kind of picking up traction, and then it all just fell off on the Thursday, and that did look to be the case for a lot of the stocks. So I don't know what happened on Thursday. I think a lot of earnings did come out. However, it did look like Hyliion's earnings were positive. We'll talk about that in just a moment. So I'm surprised that the stock did go down. And when we have a look out to the 6 month, though, we really all know the story by now. We saw this huge increase. It was all going so well, and then we just saw a huge sell-off subsequently after that. Never really even recovered from that. However, now we're at $22. We were at highs before of about $50, almost $60. So we touched a high of 55, 58 over here. I think that was our all-time high. I could be wrong on that. I think it was when we look at this one. Yeah, so 55, 58. We almost touched $60 in this one. And honestly, so far in the past month, we have been down to about $18. So we've clearly lost a lot of value on this company. We've lost like 70% of the value in like 2 months. Honestly, it's amazingly bad. However, this could potentially be a time to grab a bargain. So let's have a quick look at the financials, if they are down here. Fortunately for me, they are. We have had our Q3 for 2020 out now. So of course, all statistics on here are from Google, and they are saying that the expected EPS was at minus 0.49. Reported was 0.36 minus, so of course that is actually a positive surprise of 26.28%. Good news to see, because of course they expected it to be lower than it actually was. Revenue was apparently zero, so of course that's probably wrong. I'm pretty sure these are producing their own product by now, so that's probably incorrect. I should have probably gone on Yahoo Finance for that, but oh well, we can see that at least one of our statistics was positive. And of course, we need to talk about a few external factors to the company when we're looking at the future stock price as well. So we're going to start off with the US election and a potential United States lockdown. So first things first, with the United States lockdown, this is never going to happen under Trump. We all know that he doesn't want to do it, and he even said that a lockdown would never happen under his administration. Fair enough to him, but all that means is that until maybe, like, I think it was January the 1st, I could be incorrect on that one, some point in January when Joe Biden does finally get into power, that is when we will be seeing a lockdown, if we are going to be seeing one, because like I just said, we're never going to see one under Trump, and that was in his own words. So another thing is, Trump is actually apparently going to peacefully leave the White House now. It's not 100% guaranteed that he's going to do that, but there was reports before that he wasn't even going to leave. He was just going to stay there, and they had to kick him out if they wanted to get him out. So of course, if he's going to leave on his own free will, that's a lot better of a thing to do by him. Whether you like him or not, it would of course be a lot more peaceful for the United States and subsequently their stock markets if he could just leave peacefully. And of course, when he does leave, I think companies like Hyliion will do better. No offense to him, of course. Some people like him, some people don't. But basically, he was more on the side of petrol and diesel, whereas the new president will be on the side of electricity more. And generally speaking, there was actually a notification from the Discord. But yeah, um, our new president is going to be about low emissions targets and things like that, and subsequently, electricity will play a bigger part in that. And a company like Hyliion is kind of separate on its market front because not a lot of other companies do what they do in the sense that they convert older trucks to electric trucks and hybrid trucks. So I think they kind of have a market advantage under Joe Biden potentially. Of course, the one thing which would limit them under Joe Biden over the next year or so would be a potential lockdown. Of course, lockdown would slow business on all fronts. We already know this from what we saw earlier in this year, but we'll just have to see what happens in 2021. But of course, this could potentially be a great time to pick up a bargain, but we are looking over the next year, in my opinion. I can't see much growth for the next quarter. Of course, if we are seeing a positive earnings report, we are probably looking at growth in the next quarter, but other than that, we are probably going to see slow growth, probably not really what we saw towards the start of the year, especially when the merger did go through. The merger's done now, and of course that was a big driving factor as well. So yeah then, let's have a quick look at what our analysts say. So this time we have only 2 analysts now. It used to be a lot more than that, but here we have a high estimate of 20% increase, a low estimate of minus 1.5% increase. So this is what I was talking about in our workhorse video earlier. In the workhorse video, I said how earlier this year, the expectations for the stock were like 900%. Same goes for Hyliion. We were looking at huge expectations, but it looks like a lot of the analysts have pulled out, and the analysts which haven't pulled out are looking at kind of a flat pattern. I think it's very interesting to see the way they have changed their mind. However, with everything that's gone on, the stock price falling, it can be understood. So when we have a look at a quick buy rating from now, so we'll have a quick look at what the analysts say. There are 2 of them again, and they are saying to hold. None of them are saying to buy, and none of them are saying to sell. What does this mean? It means that they are saying that you should not necessarily go out and buy the stock right now, but if you do already have the stock, don't be too worried about it and just hold it for the time being, as it will probably grow, quite stably into the future. Honestly, my opinions on this, I would not do anything until Donald Trump is definitely left the White House, because of course that could still be trouble, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I am currently not buying this stock. Tell me what you are doing on Discord or in the comments, preferably on Discord, then I can get back to you a lot faster. Other than that, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next episode, which will of course be out tomorrow. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.